Here we go. I heard that whistle blow, and she's coming round the bend. Yeah, here we go. All aboard, my friends, good to see you all again. We'll be driving through the pouring rain. We'll be driving away all your pain. Look out, here comes a music train.
Hello, everybody. We are live on the music train right now. What's going on? It is Sunday, June 8th, season 7 of the music train, episode 10. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in on all the places: X, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting the show. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to David Duran, who wrote that amazing song called The Music Train. And shout out to all our previous guests. We have an amazing singer-songwriter out of Detroit, Michigan here today. She is a dear friend of mine. We met during Six Figure Songwriting with Catch the Moon, Sonnet Simmons, and John Kleinbell. She's an amazing woman. She literally has one of the most iconic voices I've ever heard. I want you to hear her. We're going to start by playing her debut single, Divine Intervention. You can find Devil, the amazing, on Spotify, iTunes, and all the places. You can also follow her at her website and on Instagram. It's scrolling below. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Big shout out to Mr. BK Han out of Singapore and Metaverse Generation. Without him, I couldn't have done this show, you guys. We're in season 7. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. My birthday's the day after tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. Let me know in the comments how old you think I'm going to be. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Let's go to Divine Intervention with the amazing singer-songwriter, Deb L. Here we go, guys. Go follow her there right now.
What we need is sound. What we need is sound. Divine, 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 divine intervention. Intervention, cleansing, repentance, healing, love, deliverance. Believe that, receive that. Can you feel that in your soul? Oh, what we need is sound. What we need is sound. Oh, divine, 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 divine intervention. Believe it, receive it, can you feel it in your soul? Everything that you know how, and the whole world is still upside down. There's a way that finds a way out of no way at all. It's the way, the truth, the light, guiding us through the night. What we need is sound. What we need is sound. Divine intervention. the thing that we need.
Let's go. Let's bring her up to the stage. Deb Al, welcome to the Music Train. Season 7, episode 10. Hello, beautiful.
Oh, you are so kind. Well, I want to thank you so much for inviting me to be a guest on Music Train. I'm really happy to be here.
I'm so happy that you're here. I love you so much. You're such a dear person and friend. And I'm just so glad that we met. And how we met is such an extraordinary story as well. Let's talk about that song first. First, welcome to the Music Train. How are you doing today? Are you nervous?
No, not really. Because I know you. I know I'm in good hands.
I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous. You know, when I said that you have one of the most exquisite voices, that wasn't me laying on any sauce stick or anything like that. Like literally, like your tone. The first time I heard Reborn, the first time I heard one of your songs, the way you sang it, I was like Barbra Streisand. She's like at the level with Barbra Streisand. That's how I truly feel. And so I'm hoping Carnegie Hall is near because I want to be in that audience. I'm not kidding. You're amazing. Thank you so much for being my guest today. We might have our co-founder, Mr. BK Han, in the house tonight. Hopefully he'll pop in. He's in Singapore, so he sends his greetings and thanks you for being on the show. He's got a lot going on as well. But Deb Al is here today, you guys. This is Music Train. Season 7, episode 10, with this amazing singer-songwriter out of Detroit. You just heard Divine Intervention, her first single debut, although you've written many, many songs. What finally, made you release this one as your first one? I'd like to ask you.
Well, they say man makes plans and then God laughs.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I planned for an entirely different song to be my first release.
Okay.
It was kind of like a disco-y track, Fantasy. You know that one.
Yes,
and, well, anyway, it just popped into my head, a divine download one day. The lyrics just started coming to me.
It's
and
so good.
I had to be obedient, had to do it. So
yes, I like how you said that because it's true, right? When it drops down, and I know that Fantasy's I know that one's going to just totally be a bomb, because you write hit songs. I mean, anybody that heard that, you guys, right? I'm going to look in the comments here right now. We have some people tuning in. Thank you. TK is here. Shout out to TK and Neil for tuning in. And also everyone else here who is commenting on X. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this amazing artist. You guys follow her, Deb Al, on Spotify, iTunes, and all the places where music is streamed. She also has a website, and of course on Instagram at DEB as in boy .el.music. And her website is www.deb as in boy elmusic.com. You can find out everything that she is doing. Divine Intervention, she had to do it. You heard it here. Let's jump into something else from you. How about, I have so many here. I have Escape. I
want to hear Escape because that's the one you top lined. I really want to hear that one.
So this is with the amazing producer. I'm so lucky that I have songs with you. Are you kidding me? I never thought that, we were going to work with the sweetest producer either. I don't even know how exactly it happened. I mean, should we tell everybody a little bit about Catch the Moon? Maybe we should do a plug for Get Repped in Sync. Sonnet Simmons and John Kleinbell with the forward by Josh Young. Deb and I.
Wow.
We did a carousel. A really.
Well, I go back to the pandemic because that was a really unique time in history. And that's really what brought us all together.
It's
because
true.
we were all sitting up at home, and many professionals in the music business were like, what am I going to do? What's going to happen to my career? And then we were sitting around, and
stars that just
a miracle brought us together. Yeah.
I remember looking on Facebook and seeing, there's a song contest. And I was like, I want to win. Maybe I could. Maybe I have a shot. Anyway, it was actually a 3-month course with so many amazing artists, including yourself. We're going to go to Escape. This is a song that Deb, I think you pretty much wrote everything here I'm pretty sure what did I do? I think I might have
You
added a lip.
outlined it, and the chorus, you came up with the chorus. And I have to say that this is something that was originally, I conceived of it as science fiction, like for a
Yes.
science fiction movie or TV show or
Mhm.
something like that. It's not anything inciting anyone to do anything. This is just a
It's a
creative.
powerful song. I remember when laying it down, I don't know, it kind of took a hold of me. You have a way with words. You have a way with vibe, with music. And shout out to Andreas Smidlioff out of Sweden, the Swedish
brought
producer
the
who
fire.
plays. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He brought the fire. Let's go. Check it out, everybody. Escape. Woo!
He is absolute fire on that guitar, I tell you.
What a song.
Yeah, I love
So
it.
how did you conceive of this, and how many songs have you written? I've got a threefold question here. How did you conceive of this? You said you had kind of more of it like a sci-fi thing. I want to kind of if you wanted to share, but I also want to know how many songs you've written, and I would also like to know how many songs have actually been top lined out of the songs you've written.
You know, I have to tell you, I have no idea how many songs I have written
Wow.
because, truthfully, I've been writing ever since I was a child, and I was
Mhm.
just shoving the stuff all in the drawer. And it
Yeah.
wasn't until that online course that we took where
Mhm.
I originally started um, because I wanted to learn about sync music and contract negotiations.
Mhm.
I never thought that I would sing or that I would.
That's just
Um,
nuts to me. That's
well,
nuts to me.
you know, I was in a business mode. That's what I
Mhm.
had been doing for the last several years prior to that.
Mhm.
And as it happened, they say you learn by doing. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to come up with a song. Okay, maybe I got some lyrics. Okay. So I started pulling all these sheets of paper that I've been cramming into
Wow.
the drawers for the last 20, 30 some years, you know, and
Wow.
then dug it out. And so now, you know, poems are not necessarily song lyrics, but some are. And
Yeah.
I just started. So probably now I might have, I don't know, 50 to 75 that could be considered songs, but they
Wow.
may never become songs. I may, I have 8 that I know have been completed, okay, over the last, say, 3-year period. But top line, yeah, yeah. I'd say 8 that have been top lined and completed and um maybe released. So maybe I have even more than that. I don't know. I just don't even know.
I
But
see.
they keep coming. They
Excuse
keep
me.
coming. I've got like about 5 more in the pipeline and it's just crazy. But I would have to say I'd be remiss if I did not. Since you talked about our first course,
Yeah.
I might have given up if it were not for musicians' peer support. I got to tell you, it's a community that, you know, how we had that sense of community where we
Yes.
saw
Yes.
each other every day in class, you know, and
Yes.
got to really know each other. You know, once that was over, there was, you know, we all searched for homes, you know,
Right.
and there
True.
isn't anything like that except that I found it there. And you can get feedback on your song, encouragement, guidance. They have classes. They have all kinds of stuff. They kept me going to
Yes.
the point where I then was able and encouraged to put out more songs. So I just have to say that I'm very grateful to them. And I,
What is their website? I'd like
it,
to add a
yeah, it's musicianspeersupport.com. And
musician.
MUSICIANS, musicians, peer, PEER, support.com, all lowercase pretty much.
All
And
right, you guys, let's
thank
check.
you, because yeah,
Everybody
any
check it out.
budding
Musicians.
artists
There it is. Yeah.
or even established artists, there are a lot of you know, industry leading pros that are members too. So, you
So
know,
write
but
them
to me, it was heaven sent because I still needed a little bit more one-on-one,
and
or
you're still
otherwise I'd have
and you're
given up.
still working with them,
Oh,
right? Yeah,
absolutely,
so
absolutely. It's a
that's so cool.
community.
'Cause I
Yeah.
remember when you mentioned the MLC, and I mean, you've always had the business hat on. I do remember also looking for, like, catalogs of songs and things that from previous releases. Um, you know, can you tell me more about the MLC and tell the people more about the MLC? And before we do that, I forgot to actually thank our sponsors. You guys, forgive me on that. Thank you to our sponsors for the Music Train. Without you, there'd be no Music Train, BK Han. You know, that means you big time, my NFT mentor back in the day. Our first season of Music Train, Deb, I don't know if you knew this, but it's all digital artifacts, all songs written on the spot, which is the theme of the show. So at the end of the show, I'm going to ask you for a word or two or to color a scene or something, and I'm going to write something on the spot. And that's how Music Train was born on this app called Connect Club. And thank you to Mr. BK Han. Thank you to the sponsors. So season 1 is only NFTs, which is interesting because season 2, BK said, "Hey, what do you think about getting this train on the track and interviewing musicians that you know?" That's a really good idea. I really want to do it. So thank you everybody for making it happen. All the guests that we have, you know who you are, especially to today's guest, Deb. I'll follow her on all social media platforms as well as her website. Let me get it. Here we go. There she is right there, debelmusic.com. And let's hit it. Thank you to our sponsors. Also, shout out to the amazing artist Cameron. Oh my goodness. Modern Methods Music. We're live, Devin. I'm getting nervous. Usually I edit these episodes and people don't see this quirkiness. I get to edit all my quirkiness out and make real just bam, bam, bam content. I'm nervous. That's why I'm nervous, because we're live. This is Music Train live. So shout out to our amazing Cameron, Modern Methods Music, who was our guest last week. Just going to shout him out with a little bit of his music here. Check it out, Deb. What a gent. He was amazing. We had a great time. He's an amazing artist, producer, multi-instrumentalist, teacher. He was a history teacher. Speaking of which, you're a social worker. You have a degree in social work. You have been helping people your entire life, and you make music. How is the convergence of music with your social work? How has that played, I guess, just your writing, essentially? I mean, it takes a certain kind of person, a compassionate person, a loving person, somebody who writes, I truly believe, and is able to kind of understand everybody's circumstances. That's a very big, big heart that you have. What made you want to go into social work, and how would you, in just a few words, encourage other people to do so as well?
Well, basically, this is, I guess it's what fuels my songs, because my motivation for writing the music has become, now that I'm being obedient, to the downloads and the spiritual messages that I'm getting and the creativity, it's why am I doing this? Is to uplift people, to inspire people, and to encourage really faith and empowerment in people, because most people nowadays, are dealing with a lot of stuff, and they're searching and don't quite, there's a daily bombardment, and you need to be spiritually fed. You need to be uplifted. We need more love and positivity in the world, and so I try to give that in most of my songs. Now, that Escape that we listened to, that was about fantasy and science fiction. That is something altogether different. But the divine intervention clearly is that, we need to tune into things that can uplift us, and, know that that's a hidden source of strength anytime you need it.
Yes, absolutely. And
And
escape, just to mention, the things I think that are powerful about that song with regards to subject matter, you in the end are in charge of where you end up going with your thoughts, with your choices, who you want to associate with, how you want to respond to different kinds of people in the world. If you're able to really like nurture your own vessel and have that kind of integration you're talking with, spiritual integration, and just to really be a grounded person, you're such a light, and so please continue. I just wanted to say, I understand that song though. Those songs need to be written like that, because we need to see kind of what are the options of where one can end up depending on their choices. And so that's why
that was about breaking free, like empowerment. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But I'm still thinking like a superhero. Like I'm thinking how you always look like ScarJo, Scarlett Johansson, and I could just see you as a heroine in a movie or a video game or something like that, and
Bring
that
it
song.
on. How did you know I always wanted to be an actress? Can you imagine me in a, one time there was a time I wore Wonder Woman underoos. We won't go into that. As a kid, everybody wanted to be a superhero. The superheroes are the doctors, the nurses, the soldiers, the Red Cross, the teachers, the social workers,
real people.
I mean, everybody that is in service of actually making it easier to be in the world, to kind of help define a linear way to get from A to B, and not to have all these hoops to jump through and all this time to be wasted thinking about things that aren't really important. You were talking about social media and things like, like what's the most important thing to you in the whole wide world?
Me? God.
Yes,
absolutely.
I knew that answer, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, and however anybody conceives of God, I personally conceive of God as energy.
Yes.
I don't, anthropomorphize or anthropomorphize, however you say that word. God.
I thought he was Tarzan. I thought he was Tarzan when I was a kid. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, to me, it's energy, prime source creator, however anybody wants to, and if they want to name the, I respect, whatever people want to believe, but God, source, energy,
yes.
absolutely.
You look at a flower, you look at I'm taking from someone else's, a guru's words here online. Oh my goodness, which guru was that? Pretty wonderful. Just talking about how God is intelligent. I'm going to quote what he said. God is intelligent. Look at the flowers, look at the butterflies, look at the trees, look at us. So do you believe that we might be AI? Somehow? Is it possible?
I've heard people, putting that theory out there and about the Matrix and all that stuff. I don't know. And on a need to know basis, maybe I don't need to know.
Maybe I don't need to know.
Not knowing.
Maybe I don't need to know. Maybe I don't need to know. No.
Yeah. And my little universe, my little metaverse or whatever, I'm, just thinking that there is prime source energy, and whatever it is, I am grateful. I find that I function best by carrying on in a spirit of gratitude.
Yes, absolutely. We're here today with Deb L. I love you so much. You're an amazing linguist as well. We were talking about your entrance into social work and kind of how that happened. I'm sure I'm probably interrupting too much to allow you to finish the story. So please forgive my excitement. I've wanted you on the show for a long time. You're one of my favorite singers. I would love to share your next song. Tell me, which one should it be? A Better Life? Or
talking about the chorus, the first course that we were in, we did something called a song carousel, where they threw random strangers that didn't know each other into a chat room, and we had to create a song. So different people bring different talents to that mix. And so we found that we had a professional singer that could top line the song. That means singing the lead vocal lyrics. We had a gentleman that was a producer, and he was able to produce and mix and master the song. And we also had another lady there who helped with the vocal, editing, and also some initial production. And I did quite a bit of the writing. And but everyone pulled in, and it was a miracle. The synergy of the different creative talents, and different people from all different walks of life coming together to create this song. So A Better Life.
Let's go.
Which was, in my mind, the lyrics I dedicated to my sister, and I lost her at the age 14. But
can I solo you? Can I solo you for you to share a little bit more about your sister after we hear it? That means I'm gonna solo you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, like this, solo you for you to share after the song about her, or I just would love to solo you. Me off screen, Deb on screen. Okay, you guys, we're listening to A Better Life, an amazing song written by this amazing human being here who's graced us with her presence today. Thank you so much for making time to tune into the Music Train, you guys. We're here because of you, to share the stories of musicians from all around the world. And I think we're all musicians and artists. So this show is for everybody. Thank you again for tuning in and for sharing. Reach out to Deb on her website and also on Instagram, and definitely follow her on Spotify and iTunes and everywhere her music is streaming. Her new song, Divine Intervention, that you heard at the top of the show. Go add that to your playlists, you guys, and let the music train keep rolling. Here we go. A Better Life.
Darkness, you're never gonna get me. Desire lured me here to play, but it can't make me stay. Wanna get free. Feel so good, but I know it's bad. I'm holding on to sanity instead. I just wanna live a better life. I just wanna live a better life. I'm not weak, I'm strong. I want to, I have to, I will keep moving on to a better life. You know I'm scared to let go. Might slip down into the abyss. I've got a real shot at this. I've come so far. With all my strength I'll fight this fight to have a better life. I just wanna live a better life. A better life. I'm not weak, I'm strong. I want to, I have to, I will keep moving on to a better life. Gotta keep mental clarity. No repeat of my history. Won't make those same mistakes again. Though I feel temptations calling me, I know greatness is my destiny. I just wanna live, I just wanna live, I just wanna live.
Absolutely amazing. What a beautiful, beautiful song. I loved it. I want to hear it again right now. Oh, tell me about your sister, Deb. Tell me about your sister.
Well, I do have to point out too that that was sung by Chelsea J, and she did a brilliant job with it. I was very grateful for her bringing life to those lyrics. And
So beautiful.
my sister, I lost her at when I was 14, and she struggled with substance abuse. And so that is what inspired the lyrics about the mental, spiritual tug of war.
Mhm.
And but in the song, to provide hope for people to, you know, fight that fight and win that fight.
You were
So
14 and so you wrote this though recently in the last few years?
I wrote it in 2021 or 2022. No,
2021.
2021. Yeah. For the carousel, so it would have been 2022.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2022. So you've been holding, obviously, to lose a loved one is a big deal, especially at a young age, I would imagine. I've lost loved ones. I've not never lost a sibling. That must have been really difficult. I'm so sorry for your loss. I know she's everywhere. I know you believe that too. And know
Yeah.
that just like you said, energy,
Mhm.
uh, it just changes form, you know?
Indeed. Indeed.
I would have loved to have met her and known her. I'm so grateful that you're here to represent your family. You grew up in Mississippi, is that correct? Or no, you grew up in Detroit, but
That's
there was
right.
there was a Mississippi connection, wasn't there? I thought there was a Mississippi connection, or am I? No,
Not
no.
me. Just the MI in Michigan.
What's wrong with me? I don't know why. What is wrong with me today? It is because we are live. See, this I would have edited out. We could laugh. We could break ice. Vessy could make lots of people laugh about who knows what. But the
It's
point
all
is,
good. It's not brain surgery. It's
it's
all
not
good.
brain surgery, but I do spend like 8 to 10 hours editing. So I love the craft of
Ooh.
preparing. Even for our show tonight, it is a labor of love. You guys, I do this. I do this out of the love of my heart for supporting artists. Our
Because you're
sponsors,
brilliant. You're
our
a brilliant artist.
well, our sponsors, those are like AI-tainment, Quasia, those are an amazing companies and people basically behind those brands that my mentor, BK Han, who co-founded the show, he helps and has helped over 333,000 people learn how to actually stream
Ooh.
and talk on apps like StreamYard. Shout out to StreamYard, you guys. I really do love StreamYard. It is an amazing app where you can
Wow.
simulcast your episodes. You can interview anybody about anything and share it on your social media. Shout out to StreamYard. Shout out to you, everybody out there, LinkedIn, Facebook, X. We get so many views on X and YouTube, of course. The beginning of content is YouTube. Do you remember when YouTube was born? I do. I was on the Venice Beach Boardwalk, and Jerry Fialka, who used to be the assistant to one of the greatest singer-songwriters and humorists, Frank Zappa, he walked up to me and he said, "Did you hear what happened?" And I was like, "No, Jerry, I didn't." YouTube. And I was like, "What's YouTube?" This was obviously in the 2000s. Do you recall, Deb, when YouTube dropped?
No, it took me a long time to get up on YouTube, but I'm going to tell you, I love it. I
Yeah,
love it more than I live on it, darn near, more than
yeah.
any other app. Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a really great platform, and people can monetize. I mean, you do need 10,000 subscribers. You do need to catch the algorithm. You need to surf the algorithm. What do you think about algorithmic tendencies with regards to people posting things, especially musicians and writers? Obviously, in sync and licensing, we did learn you do have to meet a brief. You guys, a brief is something that a director will give you. For example, on Clubhouse, Dirk Simon gave a brief from the Sync Report show with Jason Rothberg about a Middle Eastern chase, and it needed a Bulgarian. No, it had some Bulgarian mercenary, and it needed some sort of song. They were chasing and hurting each other, and so that's when
Ooh,
I first learned about directorial briefs. But the director really just gave the whole story out, of his heart, and musicians were there thinking of what kind of song could I write with that. Shout out to Jason Rothberg and the Sick Report Show. Also,
Yeah.
Maria Core with Tilly, the story of Tilly Bing Bryant. You guys saw a few episodes ago, we had the amazing MJ Baker on. Do you remember MJ Baker? She was on the
Absolutely. Absolutely, I
Let's play
do.
one of hers. This is the Music Train. Now you know what we're doing here.
And
We're connecting everybody.
Jason was instrumental in me choosing my artist name.
Oh my gosh, tell me more. Tell me more. I want to hear about it. Here we go.
Here I am on the edge of my bed, just sitting here thinking about you and me, how we used to be. I miss the way you hold me and the warmth of your breath on the back of my neck. Made me feel so secure. Now this situation's got me second guessing. Was my decision for the best? Now I'm midnight dreaming. I'm tormented. How we used to be, not good for me. Now I'm midnight dreaming of you.
You guys will have to go catch her on Spotify and iTunes. We got to drop the hits here. There's so many amazing people who have come through here. I didn't realize, Deb, that the Music Train was going to eventually be me sharing music from past guests with current guests, and then so on and so forth. And that's how we get the word out. So thank you again for being our guest today. I'm really excited to talk about another song that you where is this now? Let's see here. I'm looking. Okay, so Reborn. Can you well, maybe should we end with Reborn? What do you think?
It's all good.
Well, you gave quite a performance. I played it all day today. In fact, yes, I did. I actually I took the background out. So I have a very a different kind of visual. It's you looking amazing, singing this amazing song. So just let me just tell you guys a little bit about this story. So or maybe Deb should. Deb, I'm gonna spotlight you because I said I was gonna do it today.
But you started the whole thing. You absolutely started the whole thing because you did a TikTok. And remember the shower scene?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I didn't do. You wrote this. No. See, hold on. I have to come back here now just so I can. Hold on a minute. This song, I didn't start this.
You started it with I just want to be done.
Oh yes.
I'm so tired and worn.
How come I'm not remembering? Oh yeah. I just want to be done. I'm so tired and worn. Want to dip into stars and be reborn. But that's yours right there. Then want to dip into na 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 na. So
I don't know, because what happened was you said to me, you go, well, I started this song, but I'm not, I don't know about finishing it. Do you think that you can build on it? Can you finish it?
You did it amazing. You guys, she's like, okay, I'm going to work on it. And sure enough, soon I got this video and I was going to play the original video tonight because it's so amazing. And this is when I realized this is a serious legend here. You really are. I know that you may be super humble and not consider yourself one, but I mean, I'm telling you, like, I heard your tone. You did that Reborn, you sang it, you go, this is kind of what I'm feeling it for the song. And I just was like hooked. So anyway, this is now, you just did this revision of it recently, I think a couple days ago. And it's just it's an amazing song, you guys. Debelle, this is really what she does. She makes music magic. Here we go.
I just want to be done. I'm so tired and worn. Want to dip into the stars and be reborn. Who are all these people? How they get their hooks into me? Their obligations are but illusions weighing down on me. But it doesn't have to be. Rise, 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 oh. It took so very long, seemed it was never going to happen. But nothing does before it's time. Finally now I'm stepping into what's mine. My birthright, my timeline. Rise, 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 rise higher than the skies. Rise, 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 oh. All my nerve endings have new beginnings. I have sprouted wings, risen up from the ashes. I'm reborn again. Ooh. Wow, I love that black background. Ooh.
I love you, you guys. I know you just heard that. I mean, it's so freaking good. Would you let Barbara Streisand sing your song? I want to see Barbara sing your song, because with you actually together. I don't know. I'm telling you, the first time I heard this song, Reborn. So reincarnation. So I know I wrote the little TikTok thing. I just want to be done. I'm so tired and warm. And I want to dip into stars and be whatever I did. I think I might have even taken it off TikTok. I don't even know if I still have it up there. I was feeling that. I was feeling really kind of down and you know, to be reborn in life, that's up to a person to do that, right? To step out and to fly and to make not everybody knows how to do that. How do we you did it in the song. I mean, you did an exquisite job writing the song. Thank you for saying yes. Actually, if I didn't tell you yet, thank you so much for saying yes and for writing that song. It was a little baby idea, and you're a legend, Deb. You really are. I love you. I think you're one of the greatest singers I've ever heard, greatest writers. And I just hope we get to write a lot more together. We even have a song called Acapulco with Larry Wheeler, you guys. Yeah. Larry Wheeler. Let's talk about the amazing Larry Wheeler for a second here. We're on the music train. Let's go. This amazing man, you did hear that Deb mentioned Six Figure Songwriting and Catch the Moon and Carousel Songwriting partnerships, which they pretty much just said, okay, who's going to end up in this room together? And now you're going to write a song. And I believe, I'm trying to think how how we actually converged. Maybe you're better at telling the story, because I
wasn't in a carousel with Larry, I don't think. Not on that one.
Was it Mike Wheeler, his brother, also who we're writing a song with? Shout out to Mike Wheeler. Also,
Mike and Larry. Yes. Yeah,
they're amazing, you guys, orchestrators. I mean, Mike Wheeler is like, you know, he's making dance music. You know, we have a song together called Fantasy. Such a great song, Deb. You're going to hear a lot more from this artist, you guys. Thank you again for tuning into the Music Train, season 7, episode 10 with Deb L. Find her. Let me put her amazing link here so you can go check her out and support. Also, don't forget about this musicianspeersupport.com, you guys. They're with you the whole way. They know how it feels to be a musician and an artist in a world where there isn't community, which I believe is probably the reason why they created their support group. So I need to go check them out. And also, of course, Deb L, our guest today, deblmusic.com. Also find her on Instagram, deb.l.music. All right. So let's talk about Larry Wheeler and this amazing song, this next song, Acapulco. I think I was working with Mike and I wanted, I'm just trying to think. How did Larry, anyway, you guys, it was like a whirlwind. Shout out to both of them. Yeah. So this song, Acapulco, how did we,
all I did was we were, talking about, Spanish, a little bit about Spanish. That's how I did some little consulting or something like that. Nothing much at all.
So, well, no, you did. You did a lot. You were there and you were supportive and you wanted to see the song Born. And we talked about it, how it could, there should be somebody singing this in Spanish. Hint, hint, hint.
Oh,
you guys,
God.
hint, hint, hint. Deb L is actually singing the Universal Music Anthem. You remember the song contest, you guys, the Universal Music Anthem song contest. I guess this is as good of time as any to share that we're going to be launching it in 5 new languages. Spanish is one of them, and Deb is going to be singing it. Shout out to Charles White producing that. Charles White from Six Figure Songwriting as well. There's so many people in this circle. We're just going to keep going and touch everybody with our music throughout the world. That's the plan, you guys. That's the mission. Let's play you Acapulco before I talk myself into a tizzy. God help her.
Come on, let's go, Acapulco, to the rhythm of your feet. In ocean breeze, he was standing right in front of me. Ooh, water's deep, finding my sun. Don't you wanna go? Don't you wanna go? Come on, let's go. Acapulco, to the rhythm of your feet. Acapulco, to the dancing on the street. Acapulco, to the movement on the sand. Acapulco, most passionate of land. Don't you wanna go? Say you wanna go. I just wanna go. Let's go. Hot bodies moving in the sand. High on no sleep. We don't leave each other's side. It's a secret that we'll keep. Hot bodies moving in the sand. It's a secret that we'll keep. Acapulco, to the rhythm of your feet. Acapulco, to the dancing on the street. Acapulco, to the movement on the sand. Acapulco, most passionate of land. Don't you wanna go? You wanna go? I just wanna go. Let's go.
Never leaving.
Acapulco, to the rhythm of your feet. Acapulco, to the dancing on the street. Acapulco, to the movement on the sand. Acapulco, most passionate of land. Don't you wanna go? Say you wanna go. I just wanna go. Let's go.
All right. What a song. We did that song. We did that. Larry Wheeler. Larry Wheeler, where are you? Calling out to Larry Wheeler, the one and only. Hold on. Isn't he going to be doing Reborn? Isn't he?
Yes.
So
Yes.
We're gonna clip this. When we're done with this episode, I'm gonna clip it and send him.
It has
Isn't
had
Mary
many,
going?
many iterations, but I think that should be pretty much the final one. I mean, that was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did the rock and roll one initially. I mean, yeah, why not let there be we love that one, that
Alternate
first one.
versions.
Yeah,
That's kind of, like the
so
basic.
yeah. Well, I think it's time to write the song. It's time to
Yes,
write the song. We're live on the music train.
Larry.
All right.
Oh, the song. Oh, see,
gotta
this
write the
is
song.
why I greatly admire you. I mean, just absolute brilliance that you can come up with a song like this. Oh my gosh.
Well, I don't do it alone. And thank you. And I feel strongly the same way about you. I think it's amazing it's just amazing when the communication lines are open and the love is there and the appreciation for each other is there. And what can't we do? We can do it all. This is the Music Train, season 7. You guys, thank you everybody for tuning in. We're gonna write a song right now, okay, guys? And I just need a couple words or for you to describe a scene or anything you want. And then this could be one to add to our song library if you want.
Wow. I cannot think of any word other than synergy. That's the only one
Synergy?
that comes to mind. Yeah, synergy.
Your love is like a wave of joy wrapped around all of life, girls and boys. Synergy, you and me, synergy, you and me, synergy. What does it feel to be reborn? I got Deb out on the music train. I'm so happy that she came. Deb out, the music train. Sophia came with flowers at my door while we are live on the music train. She gave me flowers, wildflowers, 'cause it's almost my birthday. Hey, synergy, don't get stuck on sin, but energy, energy on the music train. La la la, la 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 la, la 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 la, na 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 na, synergy, yeah.
All right. Oh gosh, it's amazing.
I don't want to say goodbye to you.
Well, we just have to talk again soon.
I mean, I think we'll be writing together songs for the rest of our lives. I have no doubt we're going to be putting out music for the rest of our lives together. How many collaborators do you have?
In that.
How many song collaborators do you have?
Not really right now. Maybe just one. Well, not counting. Well, no, not counting because Uma, that's done. but yeah, maybe just one that I need to, and because see, the thing that's nice about musicians peer support
Yeah.
is that it's helped me to grow as an artist. So I have, the confidence to solo. So, and especially with, the help and the feedback that I've gotten for Divine Intervention. So then the next song that's coming out is going to be, ooh, it's going to be hot. It's
Yeah.
gonna,
Ooh.
yeah,
It's
that,
gonna be hot.
oh, it's going to be really good. It's called Black Skies and Rain.
Ooh.
And it's a song,
Wait. What's the title again?
Black Skies and Rain.
Black Skies and Rain. I love that.
Yeah, it's a song about empowerment, finding your voice, learning to speak up for oneself, and set boundaries in a narcissistic relationship.
I know about narcissistic relationships.
Yeah, it's going to have some, really hot guitar licks in it and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So we're going to have you back. You guys, you have been watching season 7, episode 10 with the amazing Deb L. Find her song, Divine Intervention. We're going to play it out before we say goodbye. Thank you again for being the guest today. Thank you again to the sponsors and all the listeners out there. Thank you for sharing, you guys. We'll give the sponsors one more hello here. Thank you again. And for God's sakes, if you want to become a sponsor of the Music Train, just let me know. The doors are wide open. We're ready to take this to the next level. We're actually going to start streaming from Mars. I hope you're listening.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Okay, Divine Intervention. Oh, one more thing. I always ask this question. I wanted to ask you as well. What piece of advice or just something to share to the upcoming artists out there? What do you have for those that are kind of like either gently treading or running through, taking the music industry by storm?
Oh, absolutely. What I would say is that it is never too late, and people should never think that it is. Don't die with your song in you. Let it out. Let it out.
I love that. Don't die with your song in you. Oh my gosh. Thank you again for being here, you guys. All right, we're going to do it.
Thank
Divine
you.
Intervention. And next week's guest, I thought I knew who it was, but I'm not sure that they're going to be here, which, by the way, Eliari, who was going to be our guest tonight, he sends his love. He will be here in the future. Debelle was supposed to be in season 8. She was such a sweetheart and came in season 7. I'm so glad that you did. You're going to have to be in season 8 again too, though, okay? That's what happens. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. This is Music Train. Vessy and Deb, we'll see you later. Here we go with Divine Intervention.
Thank you. What we need is sound. What we need is sound. Divine intervention. Intervention, cleansing, repentance, healing of deliverance. Believe that, receive that, can you feel that in your soul? What we need is sound. What we need is sound. Divine intervention. Believe it, receive it, can feel it in your soul. everything that you know how. And the whole world is still upside down. There's no way that finds a way out of no way at all. It's the way, the truth, the light, guiding us through the night. Woo! What we need is sound. What we need is sound. Oh, divine, 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 divine intervention. Divine, 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 divine soul. Divine, 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 divine intervention. It's the thing that we need.